Hi, it's Nørgaard. So today I'm coming to you guys with a new video that I'm really excited about. Again, this is something that I was inspired by Emily Noel 83 to do. She has so many freaking great video concepts. So basically she did a video all about more for your money kind of makeup products. So she did this kind of video and I thought it was so fabulous. And I wanted to do it myself to give you guys my take on it. So today I'm going to do a more for your money makeup video. So I'm going to show you different makeup products where you get more bang for your buck. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the first thing where you can really save some money on your makeup is primer. So I'm sure all of you guys have probably heard about the Nivea Men aftershave balm. This is a really good face primer, and the great thing about this is that it's not very expensive and you get 100 milliliters in here, and a normal primer is just about 30 milliliters, so you get so much more and it's a really great primer. So this is the first thing I would say to look into if you're looking for a primer that really gives you more bang for your buck. The next up is the Milk of Magnesia. This used to be popping on YouTube a few years back, and it has kind of been forgotten since then, but I wanted to bring it back out for this video because in this bad boy you get 355 milliliters. So you get over 10 times the amount of a regular primer. And the Milk of Magnesia is really bomb if you have oily skin. It really controls oil and it's super affordable. And if you, like me, don't know what Milk of Magnesia really is, because when I first heard about it I had no idea, you can simply type it into eBay and it will come up. And I just got the Philips Milk of Magnesia. This is the one I have been seeing people on YouTube use, and it was super affordable. So this is another thing I would say to look into. Now when it comes to foundation, tinted moisturizers and those kind of products, most of those they have 30 milliliters in them. So if you want to get some more bang for your buck, I would say get the Garnier BB cream. This is a really nice BB cream. It's a BB cream, so it's light coverage and it has a lot of different benefits to the skin. And the great thing about this is that you get 50 milliliters in this tube. So with this you get a nice product and you get a lot of it. So this is definitely another product I would say to look into if you're into BB creams and you want something that's going to last you a long time, which this is, just because you get so many milliliters. I feel like I'm saying milliliters, so weird. Milliliters. Milliliter? I don't know. So the next more for your money makeup item is concealer, and I'm talking about the Hard Candy Glamoflauge concealer. So this tube contains 20 milliliters, and as you guys know, a foundation is typically 30 milliliters. So you get so much product in this this little guy. I believe most of my concealers are under 10 milliliters. So this one is really ginormous, and this also has really great coverage, so you only need a tiny bit. I know sometimes I can kind of OD on the concealer, but you really only need a small amount. So this is a concealer that's going to last you so long. Okay, so next up I have powder. So the Ben Nye Luxury powder, you can get it in this big container, and in this you get 85 grams of product, which is a whole lot for a powder, and it's not very expensive. And the luxury powder comes in different colors. There's the cameo and this banana and neutral set, and they're all different colors. So this is another makeup product where you really get a lot of product for your money. So next up I have these e.l.f. bronzers. So these come in 3 different colors. So golden, cool and warm, and you get 15 grams of product in each one. It's a big bronzer, you get a lot of product, and 15 grams is a lot for a bronzer. Most of my other bronzers are under 10 grams. And if you compare it to the NARS Laguna bronzer, you can see the packaging is very similar, but you actually only get 8 grams of product in this NARS bronzer. Isn't that so crazy? I never knew that before I checked. So here you guys can see the difference. The e.l.f. bronzer has almost twice as much product in it, so e.l.f. really gives you some bang for your buck. Next up I have these two W7 boxed powders. So the first one is called Africa, and this is a bronzer and blush in one. So you can see it has the pink in here and then the bronzer around the side. So this will multitask and it will be your bronzer and your blush in one product. So this kind of product where you get a 2-in-1 is always great to look for if you're trying to save some bucks. And the same with this one called Double Act. You get a blush and a bronzer. And as I said, if you can get makeup products that have kind of more in one product, that is going to save you some money. And again with this, the Balm, the Manizer Sisters, this is a product where you will save some money because it contains all three of the Manizer's highlighters. They are in smaller sizes and it's cheaper than going out and buying each color individually. So if you can get 2-in-1 products, that's going to save you money. And if you can get like travel sizes or kind of sample sizes, that is again going to save you money. And especially when it comes to things like this, like powder highlights, because you don't use that much powder highlight. You know what I'm saying? It would be something different if these were foundations, because you use that up much quicker. But when it's like blushes, highlights, bronzers, contours, small sizes are great because it takes long to use them up. So if you can save some money by getting a smaller version, most of the time that is a good idea. And of course that leads us on to my BH Cosmetics 10-piece blush palette. I have had this for ages, so that's why it looks a little bit beat up. So here you get 10 blushes. So palettes like this is also a great way to save money but still get you know, so many different colors to play with. So I also want to recommend the Balm Bahama Mama. So it looks like this. It's a bronzer, and the reason why I want to recommend this is not because it contains a lot of product, but because you can multitask with this product. The Balm always classifies their like face products as eyeshadows as well, and that's important to keep in mind. You can always use your contours, your highlights, your blushes on your eyes. So even though this is a bronzer you could use all over the face, you could also use it on your eyes for a great like crease color. So that's something to keep in mind if you're trying to save some money. You can actually just use your contours and bronzers on the eyes as well as the highlights. So you don't have to have like a specific crease eyeshadow color. Another thing I want to recommend is this BH Cosmetics Floral Blush. So this is in the color Iris, and the great thing about this is that it's so huge. Can you guys see the size of this? You get 11 grams in here, which is a good amount of product for a blush, and you get 2 tones, so you can mix and match. And I just really love this blush, and a blush with 11 grams in it is going to last you a very long time. Even if you use it every single day, this is going to last you super long. And also because it's super pigmented, like look at that, so pigmented. And the final blush I want to recommend is this blush by BornPrettyStore. Again, this is a huge blush. This is actually 15 grams of product. So again, it's going to last you so long. So moving on, if you guys like to glow and you really like to go in and highlight like crazy, then you might want to check out the Wet n Wild highlights. Again, most highlights that I own at least are under 10 grams. They are about 7 to 8 grams. But this Wet n Wild Fergie Center Stage True Reflect Shimmer Palette in the color Rosé Champagne Glow, it contains 11.3 grams. So you get a lot of product in here. And the other one is the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer with SPF 15. This is in Reserve Your Cabana. And in here you get 13 grams. So these are great for big highlighters. So if you're trying to get more bang for your buck when it comes to setting sprays, I would highly recommend the Maybelline Master Fix setting spray. This is a really nice setting spray, and you get 100 milliliters in here, and that's a lot. All the other setting sprays I own are between 30 milliliters to 75, so this one will last you a lot longer. Okay, so let's move on to some eye makeup. So the first place where you can save a lot of money is by buying palettes. If you're looking for eyeshadows, palettes are always a good idea because they give you more eyeshadow for your money. So one I would recommend is the 88 Matte Palette by BH Cosmetics. I think if you don't have an 88 palette, you have skipped a step in your makeup evolution. I think 88 palettes are so perfect for beginners because you literally get so many different colors. You can do so many different looks with this one palette, and all of the eyeshadows are quite small, but for most people that's going to be a good thing because most people do not wear green, blue, purple, red eyeshadows every single day. So trying to use up one of these palettes is going to be really difficult. And 88 palettes come in a lot of different varieties. Personally, I prefer the 88 Matte because matte is a lot easier to work with than shimmer, and you can always add shimmer, but you cannot take away the shimmer. And also the 88 palette, it has all your colorful eyeshadows, but over here on the sides it also has your neutrals, so you can really do so many looks with this one palette. Another thing I would recommend is this BornPrettyStore eyeshadow trio, and the reason for that is because you get 3 colors within each eyeshadow. So as you guys can see here, they all contain different colors. So again, this is perfect if you're trying to save some money because it gives you many different colors all in one. Another thing for the eyes that I would recommend are these Wet n Wild and Jordana eyeliners. As you guys can see, these are so freaking long. These are the longest eye pencils I have ever come across. And because they are so long, it means you're going to have them for a very long time. And I love all of these eyeliners, especially this one, Electric Blue by Jordana. This is the bomb. And also Calling Your Buff by Wet n Wild. This is really great as well. So another thing I would recommend for saving some money is double-ended brushes. So this one is my Kat 1D Shade and Light brush, and this comes with a highlighting brush and a bronzer brush. And the other one I would recommend is this Primark brush. So it comes with an angled brow brush and a spoolie. So brushes like these is a great way to save some money if you really want 2 brushes but you don't quite have the money for 2 brushes, because oftentimes these are less expensive than buying 2 brushes individually. Okay, so let's move on to lips. So just like with the eyeliners, I would totally recommend the Wet n Wild and Jordana lip liners because they are so freaking long. So if you're looking for lip glosses that will give you more bang for your buck, I would recommend the e.l.f. Super Glossy Lip Shine. These contain 10 grams of lip gloss each, which is a lot, and these are also super pigmented, so you only need a tiny bit. So these are great if you're looking for lip glosses where you really get a lot of product. Another thing I would recommend are stains. So these are by W7. These are called A Hint Of and then different names. And the reason why these are great is because you can use them on your lips and on your cheeks. So these are great multitasking products. Okay, and we're down to the final thing I would recommend if you're trying to save some money, and that is matte or cream lipsticks. And I just have 2 different lipsticks right here by Wet n Wild. And the reason why I would recommend them is because you can use them, of course, as lipsticks, but you can also use them as cream blushes. And of course the same goes for cream blushes. You can use them as cream blushes and as lipsticks. So this is another great way to save some money, and this is especially great if you're trying to do like a what's it called, like monochrome look where your cheeks and your lips matches. Sometimes it can be really hard to find the perfect blush to go with the lip color you want, but if you just pop your lip color on your cheeks, you don't have that problem, and you don't have to go out and buy a whole new blush. So that's my video on how to get more makeup for your money. I would love to know if you guys have any other suggestions for more for your money makeup type products. please leave them down below. And don't forget to thumbs up this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in my next video. So take care and bye bye.